Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for attending today's meeting on short notice. Okay, so the primary issues that will be discussed for today's meeting is the issue about the sudden death of the cats in our shelter. Okay, so now let's go quickly over the agenda for today. So the first agenda is to identify the root causes of this issue. The second one is to know the impact to our organization because of the sudden death of cats. And the last one is to generate some strategies to overcome this issue. Okay. As usual, I hope everyone is committed to the meeting and keep comment concise and focus on the solution. And also please avoid interrupting each other and stay on topic. Okay, today, we have full attendance, so no apologies were received. And also today is a specially scheduled meeting, so there is no previous minutes that are available for review. Okay, so is there any matters that anyone want to write? Okay, if there is no matters arising, we will move on to today's main agenda. So, Ms. Anisha, can you give us an insight to what is the factors that led to the sudden death of cats in our shelter?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for our chairperson. Okay, for me, the root causes of sudden death of cat is because of overcrowding. As we know, that rest and sleep are crucial for cat physical and emotional health. So, in an overcrowded shelter, finding a comfortable place to rest can be challenging, especially if there are limited space for them to retreat. This lack of rest can make them more irritable and stressed. That's all for me.
All right. Thank you, Miss Anissa. And oh, sorry, Miss Farah, you want to add any info? Yeah. Thank you. Yes, I want to add something from what Miss Anissa said just now because yes, I agree with Miss Anissa because since it is too crowded in our shelter now, we don't know whether the animals are infected or like they have some disease or not. So um disease like parvo, which is contagious and it can infect other cats too. So this will make a lot of risk to the cats that we have in our shelter. So I think that like too crowded shelter is not good for the cat or any animals in our shelter.
Can I add something to Anisha's point? Okay, thank you. Okay, as for me, I do agree with Anisha because overcrowding is also related to the waste of the cat, which we do not manage it effectively and lead to health issue and also lead to death. That's all from me.
All right. Thank you, Miss Alisa and Miss Annie, and also our chairperson for sharing your ideas. So, I think I have a few points. The causes that lead to sudden death of cats, which is lack of veterinary care. So, why I come up with this issue because I think our organization have limited veterinary support, which is we don't detect early symptoms of disease that the cat faces, like for example, respiratory infections, dental issues, or any chronic conditions. Like this disease may lead to we that this disease will lead to unnoticed early. So when we notice the disease early, without timely intervention, these cats may experience sudden health and also leads to sudden deaths. Thank you.
Okay, so first of all, Assalamualaikum everyone, and thank you for the chairperson, Miss Farah, and the rest, my colleague. So I actually agree with all of your ideas, but I have like a different opinion to add on, which is in my perspective, all of your ideas is already the leading causes of sudden death in cats. But there's additional one more ideas that I want to add, which is about the poisoning. So for me, in my opinion, poisoning is also one of the leading causes for the sudden death of cat, because we know that cats are a very curious creator and will often put their noses where they don't belong, which can lead to them that which can lead to them ingesting harmful substance. Even something as houseplant can be deadly to cat if they eat enough of it. So many common household item or office can be poisons to cat, including the cleaning product, chemical item, medication, and plants. And for me, if we already suspect our cat has ingested something toxic, it is important for us to act quickly to bring them to maybe clinic or veterinary to get some treatments, and so we can prevent any further like causes or maybe any further impact that will impact them also.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now we will move on to our second agenda. We will discuss how this issue can impact our organization. Or maybe anyone can share what you have observed from customer feedback.
Can I give my opinion? Okay, for me, impact on our shelter is our team reputation and trust will decrease among our service. This is because animal shelter are often uh, judged on how well we care about the animals. So if uh, this problem faced from our team. So it's problem to our team to maintain a good reputation and public trust. So it so addressing the health concerns swiftly and transparently is crucial not only for the well-being for the animal but also for preserving the public faith in the shelter mission and practice.
Okay, I agree. And I also like seen some of review and rating to our shelter in the internet where nowadays it got very low because as you said that people don't trust us anymore because of there's a lot of death cases of the animal of the cats in our shelter. Um, all right, so I think from Anissa perspective, I agree because about perception and trust issue, will this will lead to our company negative perceptions because the news about our sudden deaths after within the shelter can spread within the animal welfare community, and this also will lead to less potential volunteers and any people outside that want to join our organization. They feel hesitate to join because we have negative reputation and also negative perceptions about our company because they think when they want to enter into our organization, they will get low experience. So when they feel get low experience, they will go to another organizations that maybe we have a good experience about shelter organizations.
Okay, so I also would like to explain about the impact on the organization, but I just have one, like maybe this one is very, we can see it clearly in our perspective, like maybe it is a main impact that will impact our team, which is the financial burden, because if our cats get poisons, then we need to give them a treatment, go to the veterinarian, which can be costly, especially if multiple cats are affected. Emergency treatment, tests, medication, or even surgery may be need if all of our cat is being affected and poisons. So that's all from me.
Uh, I want to add something. According to the one's idea just now, which is financial burden. Uh, Based on the Anissa idea just now, which is reputation, I think when we lose public trust and community trust, we do not get we will get fewer donation, which is it can lead to increased shelters budget, which is like one state right now, um for the medicine, for the veterinary and other costs. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now we will move on to our last agenda, which is we want to come with some strategies that can overcome this issue.
Okay, so my suggestion to overcome this issue is to educate staff. Sorry. So my suggestion is to educate staff on quarantine procedure. So we can give a training on protocol. So we can provide training for all staff and volunteer on quarantine procedure. So they know about important of hygiene. That's all.
Okay, so when Anissa says about training staff, I also want to add that training staff is also important, but from my perspective, I'm not just as a protocol. So I think training staff and volunteers in terms of recognize their illness, such as changes in their eating habits, unusual behavior, or like some things that that happen on that cat. So when we can determine and recognize their unusual behavior and so on, we can detect their conditions early. So when we focus about their understanding symptoms or any risk that may lead to urgency levels, so this we can prevent disease from progressing to later stages and also will help to control outbreaks within the shelter. Thank you.
Okay, so in my opinions, I think the most significant is to conduct an inspections of the shelter, including the food supply, cleaning agents, water sources, and the environment. Because if the poisoning is intentionally, we have to secure the evidence and involve a law enforcement. So I think the most main one is about the investigation, so that we know what is exactly the causes and the factor which affect the cats. Yeah, that's all.
Can I add something? Okay. I think the other strategy that we can consider is we can we can ensure all the new and sick cats animals are safely separated until they are dead from the sick. That's all from me.
Okay, can you guys hear me? good.
Okay. Um, okay. So I want to conclude uh about our meeting today, which is the main agenda is about the root causes that may lead to sudden death of pets in our organizations, and second is about impacts on our organization, and the last is strategies to overcome. So I do agree with all your perspectives, but I think we need to come up with one possible solutions that may uh, helps our company to solve this problem. So I think the most uh, the most solutions that uh, can help our organization is about what enhanced trainings program, like for NSS, enhanced training about protocol, and also training staff and also anybody. Yes. So do you guys agree with our solutions today?
Okay, I agree
I
because
agree.
I think right now, because we have lost a lot of people trust, so now we need to gain back their trust. So if they know that we are doing something to be better than before and to um avoid this issue from happening again, they will trust us back and they will send like the stray cats that they seen to our shelter back. Um, so I think that is all for our meeting. Is there any matters or like any other business that anyone want to raise?
No.
Okay, if that is all for today, I think that is all for today's meeting. And I'm sorry again for some technical issues that happened just now. So that's all. Meeting adjourned.